To solve this system of equations, we're going to first have to get rid of all of these denominators so that we're actually in an ax plus by equals c kind of format. So what will be helpful is just go one at a time and go ahead and rewrite these equations out. 4x plus 5y over 3 is equal to x minus 3y divided by 2 plus 4. If we want to get rid of these denominators, we are going to want to multiply because the opposite operation to division is multiplication. So we need to multiply everything in this entire system by something that has a common multiple of 3 and 2. We'll make it 6. So we need to multiply that fraction by 6, this fraction by 6, and this 4 by 6. So that is going to be 6 and 3. We can factor out the greatest common factor of 3, and we're left with 2 being multiplied to everything. 2 times 4x will give us 8x. 2 times 5y will give us 10y. That's equal to 6. Take out the greatest common factor here of 2, and that leaves us with 3. 3 times x is 3x. 3 times negative 3y is negative 9y. And then 4 times 6 is just 24. Then we just need to simplify and combine like terms. 3x is positive, so the opposite here is subtraction from both sides. These will cancel, leaving us with 5x plus 10y equals negative 9y plus 24. Then we need to do opposite operations one more time to bring this y over. These will cancel, and we are left with 5x plus 19y is equal to 24, which is much better. I'm going to go ahead and write this up here. That's our new first equation. And then I'll erase all of this and we'll do the same thing for the second equation. Now we need to do the same thing for the second equation. Start by rewriting 3x plus y over 2 is equal to 2x plus 7y over 3 minus 1. Then we need to get rid of these denominators again by multiplying by the least common multiple here, which is going to be 6. Multiply this fraction by 6, multiply this fraction by 6, and multiply 1 by 6. So here again, 6 and 2 factor out the greatest common factor, we're left with 3. 6 and 3 factor out the greatest common factor, we're left with 2. So we're doing 3 times 3x is 9x, and 3 times y would give us 3y, is equal to 2 times 2x, which is 4x, and then 2 times 7y, which is 14y. And then finally, negative 1 times 6 would give us negative 6, and now we combine like terms. We will do the opposite, subtract 4x from both sides. These will cancel. We'll have 5x plus 3y is equal to 14y minus 6. Then we'll want to subtract 3y from both sides. And actually, I'm going to back up. Let's do, even though this is going to give us a negative number, and that's not always fun, we're going to go ahead and do that so that we are already in the same layout as our first equation. I'll be left with 5x is equal to 3 minus 14 will give us negative 11y. That's equal to negative 6. I'll go ahead and write that up here, erase, and then we'll continue with the rest of the problem. Now that we have our two new equations, our first and our second, we can start to look at our two strategies of elimination and substitution. Since I see two variables that have the same coefficient and that could have opposite signs, I'm going to say that elimination is going to be the fastest and most effective method. Substitution, we could do substitution, but you're going to end up with a lot of fractions because for substitution, we have to isolate one of these variables. And that means we're going to have to divide everything in the equation by one of the coefficients. Can you divide 9 evenly into 5? No. Can you divide 24 evenly into 5? No. So you're going to have fractions and decimals, and that's not really fun. So I would stick to elimination because it will make the math go by much faster. To do elimination, we'll rewrite our equations, and we need to multiply our second equation by a negative 1 to change all of the signs. So we'll have negative 5x plus 11y and a positive 6. Now we can combine to eliminate. Our 5x's will eliminate since they're opposites. These will combine to give us 30y, and then these will combine to give us 30. Now the last step, 30 is being multiplied to y, so the opposite operation is division on both sides. These will cancel, leaving us with y is equal to 1. This only eliminates our first answer choice, so we're going to have to plug it back in to figure out what our x value is. And I would recommend plugging it back into our second equation here. We'll have 5x, now switch colors one more time, 5x minus 11y is equal to negative 6. We're going to plug in 1. So we'll have negative 11 times 1. 11 times 1 would just be 11. And now we need to do opposite operations. We'll add 11 to both sides, giving us 5x, these will cancel, is equal to negative 6 plus 11 will give us a positive 5. I'll pull that off to the side. Last step, we'll have to divide both sides by 5. These will cancel, giving us x is equal to, let me actually do this over here, x is equal to 5 divided by 5 is 1, making answer choice C our correct answer.